Fireworks, they're a really fun and interesting thing to take photos of just because it's unique, it's different, and you don't always get that often to be able to photograph fireworks. You get maybe a couple times a year depending on where you live. In the US, we get 4th of July, which I just took some photos of the other night, and we get New Year's Eve. And you might have some other little local places that do fireworks depending on maybe it's some event for a local town or local city. It's not every day you get to photograph fireworks. And there's 3 things you're gonna need to have. A camera, which if you're clicking on this video, you probably already have your camera. A tripod. Yes, this is a light stand, not a tripod, but my current tripod is getting used right now to record this video. But thirdly, and most importantly, what settings you're gonna use. Also, if you wanna use a remote, you could use remote. Most cameras have apps now, so if you wanna put it in bulb mode, you could try that just to get a different, unique thing. Me personally, for all the images I'm about to show you, I did not go that high. I might have done some at 30 seconds just to test it out, but most of them were somewhere between 8 seconds and about 15 to 20 seconds. Just a quick note, the photos you're about to see in Lightroom are not my original edits. These are ones that I edited for the city because I have a certain way I edit for them because they take it and show them off in different meetings and different things around the state to get more funding. So I want them to look nice and clean, not anything too crazy. But then I edit some personally for me, those same photos, and show them off on social media so that way people can see my work. And this is what a few of those looked like. Okay, now let's dive into Lightroom. We have an ISO of 100. I shot it at a focal length of 24 millimeters. You can shoot it on whatever lens you want to. And then I did an f11 and I did it at 15 seconds. What f11 is gonna allow you to do is have more image in focus. And the important thing for that is you're trying to figure out where you want to be in focus. Now, you can play with your aperture all you want. Now, most cameras are sharper at somewhere between like a 5.6 and at f8 to f11. So just keep that in mind. If you want these images to be really sharp, you might want to do that. Now you can drop it to 2.8, but it might not be as sharp. So just bear that in mind. That's why these were shot at f11. You can absolutely do it at any f-stop you want to. The reason that's important is when you're trying to get focused and it's dark out, you can do one of 2 things. You can put your camera in manual mode and use focus peaking to kind of focus on that area, let a firework go off and try to manually focus, or as the firework's going off, have your camera in autofocus, focus on where that firework is, and then switch it to manual mode. So this one, same thing, we're at an f11, and this was open for 30 seconds. So you can see all those fireworks getting set off and they're in there. Now, if we go to some other images that we did, like this one, this is honestly one of my favorites just because of it almost covers the whole image. This was at an f11 and 20 seconds. Now, the other thing, keep your ISO low so that way you don't introduce too much noise because you're gonna have it open for 20 seconds. So if you can get away with having a lower ISO, that is also gonna be a critical point. So this one at f15 is probably one of my favorites because of those colors, so this one at f13 is also one of my favorites with all these colors going off. And like I said, f13 at 13 seconds, and you can see where that 13-second mark is. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't shoot at a f30, but this is an f15 right there. And this one is at 30 seconds. And you can see these certain fireworks going off because your shutter's open for so long. And if it's open for too long, you're gonna get all these fireworks mixed in and it might not look as good as being able to single out a couple fireworks coming through your image. Whereas this one looks more like this could have been one firework, or one went off and you took the picture and then another one went off, so they kind of combined to create these unique looks. But if it's open for too long, it turns into something like this and it just feels jumbled up in like a pile. So that to me is one of the reasons to not have it as open for long. So just to recap, camera, tripod, that's all you need on that end. Settings, ISO, keep that thing between 100 to 200. Shutter speed, to me, 10 to 25 is gonna be that sweet spot. F-stop, that can almost be wherever you want. Now, like I said, if I was doing it again, I would keep it probably around an f8 and just leave it there because I know that's where this Sigma 24 to 70 that I usually shoot with is sharpest, is in that f5.6 to that f8 range. So it's just like any style of photography, go take some images, have fun, see what it leads to. And if you disagree with me, hit the thumbs down button. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me what settings you prefer and why I should use those settings next time I take fireworks, which will probably be in October during the next festival that the city runs and shoots fireworks off at again, because they like shooting fireworks off at least twice a year, apparently. I hope this is a little bit helpful to somebody out there. And if you've got a second, hit that subscribe button because we're almost at 1,000. But as always, God bless. I will see you in the next one.